Hey everyone, welcome to Cam Girl Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Luscious Leisha. Today we are talking to a hidden gem. She is a hot MILF Cam Girl, streaming on Chaturbate and also hot on Pornhub. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing good. I'm glad you're here. If you guys don't know, she's new. Aren't you?
Yeah, I am new. Yes.
How many months have you been here?
I've been on Chaturbate for about 4-ish months, something like that. Not very long. So, and there's a lot of competition, so it hasn't been the easiest.
Yeah. Especially now, like it's a really slow time. Like it's dead and it's hard. It's real hard. So you jumped in at a crazy time, but you know what? You'll get your bearings, and then when it gets easy, you'll be like smooth sailing.
Right. For sure.
Yeah. So tell us, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I used to be in social services. I was a social worker, and it just burnt me out completely. And I needed to figure out something else to do. And my boyfriend actually told me about webcamming, and years ago I was on a site, and it was okay, but the trolling and like the disses and stuff really got to me. So I didn't understand that I can't take that stuff personally. People are going to say what they're going to say, and you just have to keep going. And so I gave up, and then I started to do it again because I kept seeing Chaturbate. And I'm like, okay, I need to try this. And I basically just invested money into a cam room. I quit my job, and I am really happy. It's really great being able to have my kids at school, be able to work, or even do late night or anytime, and not have to answer to anybody. But yeah,
the freedom is nice. I'm also a mom too, and it's nice to know that I can work when they're sleeping, or I can work when they're at school. It's just hard to commit to a schedule. That's one of the things that I really falter with is consistency and scheduling.
Right.
And it's been 3 years for me. So what I just started doing last week was making a schedule, and that's really keeping me on track. Do you do anything like that?
I do. I started to, because I fall into the same thing. And I think too, being in the right state of mind is really important.
Mm-hmm.
If mental health isn't well, or if you're just not in the right mood to be social or whatever it is, that's what I find to be really hard is getting on cam and having to be the person that they want you to be, or the person that your cam girl self. And so I always find just pushing myself and just getting on is probably the best way to do it. Because once I'm on, I'm having fun. My mood changes if I'm making money. And so, and there are days where you don't make anything. There just is. But there are days that make up for those days. And so, yeah.
Yeah, the mental health thing is huge. If I'm bipolar and I have some other diagnoses, but it's really hard to get on there when you're not okay.
Yeah.
And you have to put on that face. So it's good to have coping mechanisms. What do you generally do? Say if you, for self-care and stuff, say if that's happening too and you have to go and stream an hour, what would you do?
I would say just mostly try to take care of myself. Self-care. Well,
it's hard.
I feel like it is hard. It's really hard. I feel like having enough sleep, having enough to eat is always really important. Not being overly tired, feeling good. If you need to do yoga or whatever it is before you go on, to get yourself in that mode. I feel like that's probably for me. I just try to chill and not have any conflict with anybody, no boyfriend, nothing. We need to just I need to be covered. This is my job. I also did you say that you burnt sage? Because
I do Palo Santo because I can't stand sage, but I'm a pagan, and that's what I do to clear my space and stuff.
Yeah, so I burn sage in my cam room. Like I feel like it like gets out bad energy, and it's been really working lately. Like I'm feeling like I'm just, just the energy alone really helps.
Mhm.
Yeah, just and physically
Yeah.
being well is really important.
Yeah, I agree totally with everything you said. But yeah, like the energy exchange that you had, even though these people are not in your physical space, they're putting it out and we're soaking it all in. So it's a lot. It's really a
Right.
lot. And it can really weigh you down. I've had shows where I'm just like done because like I get, you get those people that just need someone to talk to. So you're listening to them, which is what we do. We're like therapists.
Right.
And it's hard. It's definitely hard. And the self-care thing, like I am horrible at that. Like my thing is like I paint my nails because I'm a single mom with no help. So it's like I have no time for anything. But yeah, it's important. It really is. It
Yeah.
really is.
And even like on cam too, it's like I'll color or like, you know what I mean? Like it's like if there's nothing happening, I'll
Yeah,
just
exactly.
nails or color, whatever.
Yeah, and they have those like sexy like coloring books too. They got those cool adult ones.
Yeah, I know. I have a few of those.
Yeah, you can hold it up and be like, okay, who's gonna tip for this color? That'd be a cool idea.
Totally. Yeah, definitely.
So Chaturbate, you've only been on a token site, right? Like Chaturbate, where you get the love and stings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep.
You like it?
I don't really use my lovin's on Chaturbate. I don't really like it very much. So I know that it's beneficial, but I feel like for me, I try to stay dressed and do everything, I don't try to do very much in public on cam. I try to wait for privates only because I feel like it's just more worth it. Like there's so many girls doing so many things for free on Chaturbate or wherever. And it's like, I want to be able to be I want to be able to just keep them guessing, I guess that would be, but
awesome. That's great. You definitely have the right attitude because when I first started camming, I didn't know that. Like it took me a while to realize that, but I'm that model you'll see on Chaturbate that's fully cloaked because my motto is I don't take shit off unless you're going to tip for me. And they get mad,
Right.
but it is what it is. Like I'm here to make money. It's my full-time job as it's yours as well. So, I mean, I don't know. It's the whole experience of having the cam model. Like we bring a lot to the table for them, but like people are really pushy. It's hard to stick to your boundaries with that. Because I always say when you go on like Chaturbate and you're scrolling through, it's just like pussy everywhere. It's like blah, like just pussy everywhere. And then you come to like me, and they're like, what? It actually grabs people's attention because we have clothes on.
It's true. And I feel like the less I pay attention at first, the more they want to get my attention. And that's a good trick. That's one of my tactics that I have is I just try to play as many tease games as possible. Like teasing is my thing. And I never get undressed, even in privates. It takes me a lot to get undressed because one of my things is outfits. Like I love lingerie. So I'll always be wearing, to the 9 lingerie.
Yep.
Like, you want me to take this off? Why?
I know.
But like, I don't really want to.
I know. I'm the same way. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to take these stockings off. They're hot. Like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
So they'll do with something else. But yeah, that's awesome that you already picked up on those things. Because I know a lot of beginner cam models, like, you don't see that stuff. But that's really cool. Like, you should definitely stick to that. Because it does bring you in more money.
Yeah.
It really does. And like as for the love-ins, like I've hated love-ins since day one. I think they're uncomfortable, and honestly, they don't do shit for me.
No, they don't. Yeah, not for me either.
And like, what's that tingle? It's nothing. These bitches have to be like faking it. They have to be.
Totally. I mean, and it's like I think that they get abused too. Like I've had where I've been like vibrating the entire time, and it's like this is like not even fun. I feel like it's violating.
It's amazing, and it's
yeah.
Have you seen the sex machines that Lovin's makes? Like, I always wanted one, but my friend, she cams on Bonga cams, and she has one. She said it like rips her apart.
I can't even imagine. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I can handle it. She had to buy like a bucket of lube because it takes a lot of lube. That's expensive.
That's expensive, and a bucket of lube is a lot. Like
it is. And you can't write that off on taxes because that can be used for personal use. So that you lose right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I wrote all mine off.
Yeah. Anything with taxes, I guess what I didn't claim a lot of stuff because it can be used for personal use. Like I couldn't claim like my fake eyelashes, my lingerie, anything like that. They say when you do that, the IRS red flags you because those are things that you could wear besides on camera.
Besides
So
that, like a uniform thing? Okay.
yeah. So just be careful with stuff like that. I mean, do you do them yourself or do you use like a accountant?
I was using just like there's this app that I was using that I just started doing, and it said that I could write this stuff off, and I was doing it, but I haven't finished my taxes yet. So I mean,
oh my gosh, I haven't even started mine. I haven't even see. I get on this roll in January. I'm like, I'm going to keep track of everything. Then March rolls around and Alicia doesn't do anything. So now here we are. I've got to go back through. Yeah. One of the good resources I found is, I mean, some people like her, some people don't. But her name it's Daisy Does Taxes. I have learned so much from her. She's on Instagram, TikTok, but she does only sex worker stuff. So
nice.
I'll put that in the show description too for anyone that wants to look at it. But Daisy Does Taxes. I actually just found out because I get a lot of my payments through Cash App. Like I was discussing with you earlier, like I work on setandpansy.com. So I just haven't paid me through Cash App. And you don't have to claim those. You don't have to claim any of that income if it's for family and friends. So
really? That's
yes.
good to know.
Yeah, PayPal's not sex worker friendly, but I mean, PayPal, any of those other ones, like as long as you're coding it as, friends and family, you don't have to claim it. So that was huge. I was like,
yeah,
definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. But she has, if you check out her shit, like she has so many things you wouldn't even think of that you can write off. So yeah, check her out. She's on TikTok too. She's all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, because I know it's hard to find an accountant or a tax service that's sex worker friendly. Like I use H&R Block online, and they didn't have a problem with it. I was shocked.
Right.
But I know there's like high end
profession as because I'm
an online entertainer.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm always confused. I was confused as to what I put.
Who was I at first? I was like, am I an influencer, a sexual influencer? What am I? Like when I first started. But yeah, when you say that, people don't question you as much,
Right.
Yeah. I know there's like, if you go online, there's some like accountants that just do like sex workers, but they're really expensive. But H&R Block, it's like $100 to do it, which wasn't bad. So just a little thing. If nobody knows where to go, they're okay, I guess.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was using an app called Keeper that kind of just pulls stuff along. And and I mean, it seems to be doing well. I haven't finished my taxes yet, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely. I want to check out that woman.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, she's awesome. But yeah, I use Keeper for a little bit too. I like that. It's good to keep track of stuff because I procrastinate and I'm just all over the place all the time, and I really need like someone to do my stuff. But yeah, it's hard at the end of the year and you're like, oh shit, I only got like 30 days to do all this. So yeah, girls, keep track of all your stuff. Everything. Sure. So do you think like camming is going to be like something you're going to be doing for the rest of your career?
I would definitely love to do camming as long as, I can do camming because I'm 41 years old. So it's like,
are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to be 41 in May. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, so it's like, I mean, I don't know how much longer I have to do camming. I just don't. And that's just the reality. But what I've been doing for my niche, as you call it, is is butt plugs. Nice. So I have a box that I use that has basically every gem color of every month of the year. So 12. Yeah, it's really cute.
I like that.
And I want to patent it. And I want to, my boyfriend and I were talking about doing engravings on butt plugs, like on metal butt plugs.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so we have a lot of ideas, and we get think of all stupid, dumb ideas for butt plugs.
It's fun though.
It really is. I mean,
I love butt plugs. I only have purple ones. Do you have this color?
You know what? I was just looking at, no, I don't. I actually have them right here.
Yeah, me too. They're right handy right here.
I just got this one though, this glass one.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Is that pretty?
I don't have any glass ones. Mine are all metal.
Well, yeah, it's nice.
Is it different? Like than the metal ones or about the same?
It's the metal ones. I like the heavy metal ones the best. Like the 1 pounders, like those are my favorite. And
these guys right here, I haven't used this one yet. This is huge. It came in a set.
Oh,
like it's scary.
big.
It's scary.
I love that. How many pounds is it?
I don't know. It's gotta be. It's like probably a pound. I mean, it's heavy. This is like, it came in 3s. Like this is, I don't know where the small one is, but that's small, medium, and large.
All right.
I haven't used this one yet. Let's get all these butt plugs out. Let's show them off. If you don't use butt plugs, you're missing out, guys. Woo! That's awesome.
I know. It's a watch box.
That's a really good idea. I love that.
Yeah.
You don't do this patent thing. That is actually a really awesome idea.
Yeah. So, let me see. I want to look at, because I have my heavy one too. And I don't know if, is it as big?
Let's see. It seems it's huge.
Yeah, these are.
Yeah, they're about the same.
Yeah. It's heavy.
I need the scale. It's upstairs though. We have to weigh them.
Yeah, these heavy ones are like a pound.
I haven't used this one yet. I'm scared. I shouldn't be scared, but
you know what? I'm like, I love the heavy ones better now.
This is like a lot. Well, we talk about everything, but do you ever wear them all day long?
I've worn them out. I wear them like if I'm out, but I won't wear them like all day, but I've gone like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. All day's a little extreme. Yeah. 4 or 5 hours. Speaking of, I saw your Pornhub video. This bitch, guys, you gotta go watch it and go purchase it, whatever she has over there, because she's in the middle of the street doing what?
Right. Public. I'm an exhibitionist. Yes.
What'd you do on the street?
So I have light up butt plugs that I like to show off that are really fun. I mean, and they're so fun. I mean, like, especially if you're sneaking around in public, like for me, like the one did you see the one on the bridge? I don't know
No, I just saw the one on the street where you're like by a department store and there's some cars.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That one was the laser one. That's a really nice butt plug.
I didn't even know they had any of that kind of stuff. I'm like going to buy some soon. Those are so cool.
Yeah, the laser one's awesome, and you can make it any size by how far you saw how it was like.
Yes,
cool. Yeah, it's a really cool video. I love that butt plug.
Yeah, you guys should check her out on Pornhub. She's got some good content on there, some good videos, to add to your collection. You really should.
Thank you.
I never knew that they had light up ones. Like this just opens a whole new like thing. You could play a game on your cam show, make it completely dark, and then like flash your butt, and then be like, "Can you find me?"
Totally.
Like, where's Waldo? Where's the hidden gem?
Right. Yes, I love that.
Yeah, that would be fun. I didn't even know they had light up ones. This is crazy. Where do you buy your stuff from?
Etsy, and then my boyfriend buys a lot of them for me, like Etsy and Amazon.
Nice.
Like a disco ball one that literally lights up the room. Like it's like a real disco ball. And that one's a lot of fun too.
Wow. You can have a lot of fun around people in public with this. This is insane. This is awesome.
It's insane. It is so much fun. And like, especially when they're like on for a minute and then they're off. And then
it's like, what was that?
Right.
What's coming out from underneath her pants? What is that? Let's check it out. That's awesome. So obviously you like stuff in your ass. Do you like exploring other people's asses?
I don't. I'm really into just my ass.
Yeah. I just found out I like it. I'm like, this is weird.
Do you? Yeah. See, and I just haven't been there. I haven't. But yeah, I definitely am open to whatever anybody else is open. Like I'm not.
Me too. You've watched my interview. You said I talk about the craziest shit. Yeah. I don't have any shit.
Right. And I love like how you're like, I'll just talk to like, I don't care. I'll talk to anybody. Like anybody can come on if they don't have tokens. Yeah. Like, I love that. Like, I think that's like, I don't know. I just thought it was really cool.
Well, thank you. I think that stems from like my childhood, because all throughout high school, I was always the odd one, the weird one. Like I didn't care what people thought about me, but I was bullied my whole entire like lifetime. So like, I just feel like, why pick on people because of a color?
Right.
That's not cool. Yeah. I looked through a bunch of models' rooms and stuff, and a lot of people, they block everybody except like the high token. I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, you're missing out.
Right.
You really are.
Yeah. And like you were saying that you get actually people that will buy tokens just because they like you, and like,
yeah. And they stay, they come back every stream. I mean, it's like, it's a win-win situation. I don't know why you would take that whole aspect away from just blocking people.
Right. For sure.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to ask you, since you started camming, have you seen like a change in your relationship with your boyfriend?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so like he has pushed me to do it. And then we were doing couples for a little bit, but he doesn't want to be on. So he wants just like his dick right here. Like, and it's uncomfortable for him. And like, you know, he wants to do it for me, but, you know, my dog is sorry.
Okay.
It's a little bit different. I think the more I am out there, you know, like it's, I don't know if it's hard for him, but I can feel something, you know,
kind of like a tension and a resistance kind of, right?
Yeah. And he wants to do the lights his way and I want to do them my way. You know, like there's like just weird tension between us. And he says I've changed, but I don't know.
I was talking about that with my last cam boy that I interviewed last time, and I noticed, because I used to be on a couples account. That's when I first started. I did that. I just noticed I changed completely, and it was scary for me. But it was like I came into who I was, but then I lost that person too because it didn't work out. I looked at sex like a whole different way after that. Like I couldn't do it anymore with him. Except if I was live, and it's hard. It's really hard on relationships. It's like either you're like gung ho on it or you're like 50-50. It's definitely a work in progress for sure.
Right. For sure. I think it's more than he can chew sometimes. Like I want him to just accept it, because for me, it's like, I love cam. I love being sexy. I love, you know, making people happy and, you know, this whatever, but it's not the sex that I have with him. You know what I mean? Like it's a different kind of mentality completely. And so
it's hard for guys. It really is, because like I haven't dated anybody in almost 3 years because like I tell them what I do, and a lot of people have a lot of problems with it. I get it to a point. You know, we're not that desirable. You know, it's a lot of guys don't want to share it. So that's one thing for newbies coming in. Like you have to know that. Like it's probably going to change everything about you. And it could be for the good or bad or, you know, the ugly. You just don't know.
I just like don't care anymore. You know what I mean? Like I told my mom, and my mom's like, you need to get upstairs and get working. You don't like my mom like loved, like she thinks it's the coolest because it's you know, and
that's cool.
And I feel like the less, you know, like for me, it's like I just don't want to care anymore what people think, you know? And that's just not that saying that you do care, but things do change. And but it's like, what's caring going to do for me, you know?
Exactly. And that's the one thing, like I've always been like that my whole life, is I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I do what I want. I do what I like. And like telling your family, it was kind of hard, honestly, but like my mom's my biggest supporter.
Yeah, me too.
You know, she knows I've always been super sexual my whole life. So this is like, she's like, yeah, I kind of expected this. And I'm like, oh, really? But it's better to be open, because then when they find out, like if they see you somewhere and they find out, like, I don't know, on Pornhub or something, that would really suck.
Right.
I hate to have to explain that one.
Yeah.
So what about your boundaries? I wanted to ask you about that. Do you have strong boundaries, or have people tried to push you over the edge?
So I have my tip list, which is like, you know, I mean, that's there.
Yeah.
My boundaries, I don't get undressed, like I was saying. And there are certain things like, you know, with the couple thing, they like, I find it like guys want him to be aggressive towards me, and like, we're just like, this isn't working, you know, and like not aggressive, but just a little bit more than what I want to do. And, you know, just like over the top stuff that is not on my tip list, or not, you know, something that I have no interest in doing. And I'll straight tell a dude, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. Or, you know, or like even get naked. I'm not ready to do that right now, because I just put this outfit on. It took me an hour.
I'm the same way. I'm like, let's take me 2 hours to get ready. I am taking this off.
30 feet of string.
That's so cool. But yeah, that's one of the strong things. for anybody is to have those boundaries. When I first started, I didn't really have a lot because I didn't know, and I would do things and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, same thing with me. Like it's hard to understand, or it's hard to, because when you get somebody that finally sees you and wants to do a private and then asks you to do something, and you're like, well, it's almost like entrapment. Like it's weird. Like it's like you feel like obligated to do it, and then you're like, wait a minute, this is my room.
Exactly. Because then it takes away when you see like the tokens per minute going up. You're like, okay, cool. Well, should I do this? You're questioning yourself, too. It's kind of like a trap. It really is.
Yeah. I also don't do I don't have a Snapchat, and I don't really do any outside of Chaturbate. I find that like going outside of Chaturbate, I seem to always get like screwed over somehow, like they'll ditch me or whatever, and so I just it's better to just keep it this way, even though I'm probably won't make as much money as ideally, but every time I've tried, I haven't had very good luck with that. So
you really don't do any social media then?
I mean, I do. I mean, I have my Onlyfans and there's Pornhub, but I don't really do any. Yeah, no.
So you can be. It's true. Like you're the first one I've talked to that doesn't have any social media. Like I hate it. I'm older like you, so I really don't like it. I don't even have like my personal stuff half the time up. But yeah, I mean, it's you do good though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have an Instagram which does okay, but it's private, and like I have a ton of states blocked because but there, I mean, there's naughty pictures on. I mean, it's done well. I think that I could make it more, but it's like you were saying, you hate social media. I can't put myself out there like so many people do, and I'm more like introverted or not social in the social.
You're kind of conservative when it comes to that. I am too. I'm a huge introvert. Like I hate it. I hate social media. And I'm on like, I think 12 platforms every day. I have to update everyone. Like it's a lot of work. This job is a lot of work. It really is.
And it's a lot of work because you have to put yourself out there. Like it'd be one thing to promote somebody else, just like it's easier to clean somebody else's house.
Exactly.
But it's like it's yourself, and you have to do it's hard. It is.
It really is. So when you say, if you do post things or you do a video set or a picture set, are you using any apps to edit anything? What have you used so far?
So we use Photoshop. And there's a really great new app on iPhones for Photoshop that my boyfriend uses that and I mean, like he's a really great photographer. If you go back on my Pornhub, you should watch the bridge video. It's like
I will. I'm going there right after we're done.
Yeah, it's badass. And so he does really good with like editing my videos, and I think that his main thing is Photoshop.
Nice. I've never even used that one. So you don't even take your pictures, do you? I'm jealous.
No, I don't. And I've done a couple boudoir photo shoots too, which have been okay. But the last one, I don't know. Whatever.
I want to do one of those so bad. Like I've never had anything done. Like I've been taking my own photos for 3 years. It sucks. Like I really want to.
It's fun. It really is. It's like it's really a nice treat to do for yourself,
Yeah. It's definitely something I want to look into. But like I always get like the guys that have like their companies, but they're like, I'm like, how much, they want to take pictures of me. I'm like, how much do I owe you? Oh, we can do trade. No. They always want sex for trade. I'm like, I am not doing that. Like, why?
I have a camera.
God, I know we're gonna make some money off this at least,
Right.
So any weird like stalker shit happened to you yet?
Yeah. I had a guy that it was the moderator thing that he wanted to do cam to cam, and that night it was a vulnerable night for me, and I was like, I kind of like went along with it because it was like one of my first times ever being on Chaturbate, and so I went along with it, and he wanted to look at my camera. Oh, let me see what your setup's like, because I'm going to promote you and I'm going to make you famous, and like I just have to tell my friend, it was like really, really bizarre, but I kind of went along with it because he was talking so fast and got me thinking that he was going to promote my room. And he looked at my cam room, and then I was talking to him for a while, and then I realized this doesn't seem right. Like this isn't right. He wanted my log. It was like very bizarre. So then I unfriended him and I banned the UK.
The whole entire UK.
Yeah, but then he was like trying to log into my account.
Oh my God.
It was like super weird. Yeah. And so like I have my shit on Waylock right now. Like
that's scary.
It was really weird. And like he like was messaging me from another account and like,
oh geez.
Yeah, it was bizarre. But and then you know, there's like the ones that go on your page and they just talk shit, you know, like,
oh yeah,
what are you, 60 years old?
Oh my God. You know which one I got lately? Like, I was just like, I was so perturbed, but I was just like, whatever. He's like, your tits are so saggy. I'm like, I know. I'm well aware. Like, and that's why. Like, I think they pay people to come in and make us feel bad. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think they do, because like some people, you know, you use the hashtags. You know what you're coming into. Okay. I'm not skinny. I'm thick. Like, you don't got to talk shit. You know, I think they just, because sometimes it puts me in that space. If I'm not in a good mind to begin with, and they're like, oh my God, you're so fat. Or, oh my God, your ass is so big. Like, it hurts my heart, you know? We all feel like that sometimes.
Yeah. And you can act like, I can act like it all day long that someone just, that it doesn't bug me. He just called me 60, but I feel like, you know,
it does. And I always say, like, you had to have a thick skin to a point, but it still kind of hurts a little bit. And it's like, why do you got to be rude? I've never been a person to ever like say something mean to somebody just because. You know, I don't get those people.
I had the worst prank one time. This guy, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. I shouldn't say that. It was someone said to me, what did he say? He said, I can't believe this is you. You're actually on this site. And I was like, what?
Oh my God.
He was like, and then whoever it was like just appalled that I was camming. And I'm like, who is this? You know who this is. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. And I was like writing back kind of frantic, like what's going on? And then he goes, Mom said that he was my child, like a teenage daughter. So I'm like,
I had something like that happen to me a little bit ago. I was so weirded out. It's weird you said that.
So weird.
It was like 2 a.m. and it says, Mom, in the general chat, Mom, when do I need to get up for school? It gave me the chills.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my fucking God. First thing I was thinking is my kid online right now, because I don't have my state blocked. But yeah, it was some weirdo.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's like teenagers just, you know, causing trouble.
But it's creepy. It's like, it really hit me heartstrings in that when I was like, yeah,
it was icky.
Yeah. And that's like it's so funny because I was looking for new cam girls to grill the shit out of him, but you're really good. So I can't really grill you. I got this shit down. But a lot of the younger girls that cam, I'm kind of, you know, I will say it again, like I'm against camming as a choice when you're 18. Right. That's just my standpoint, you know, whatever everybody else thinks is fine. But do you feel that way kind of?
I've seen the 18-year-old girls on these sites and I'm like, they look like babies. It doesn't look right. I feel like it's too much. They look like children. Yeah,
and there's a lot of pedophiles out there, and that's who they're entertaining pretty much. But yeah, I mean, 18 years old, this should not be your first career choice, unless it's survival. It's different, but just I don't know. But I was really gonna grill you, but you really got all your points down. I'm really proud of you. You're doing good. That's awesome. That's so cool. But I notice a lot with the younger crowd there. They don't understand protecting themselves. I notice with talking to them, like they think whoever they're talking to is who they say they are. They don't think like that could not be that person. The mentality is not there.
Okay. So they think that they're talking to like
a sub or something. You know, he says I'm submissive. It never crosses their mind that could not be that person. To me, growing up in that age, like we were always told, like, be careful who you talk to. It's probably not that. It's probably a guy in his basement. Right. You know?
I always have the vision of the guy in the basement all the time.
The lotion in the skin or the bucket hanging in the corner. Like no, I do not want to be that person. Silence of the Lambs all day, every day.
All day.
I know you know that. Oh my goodness, that's funny. So Okay, you don't have a VPN, correct? Because Chaturbate won't let you have one.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I don't like that. I'm hugely against that.
I guess I never thought about that, but
yeah, I put one on. I use it for Bonga, my free cams, and Sky Private that I'm on also. And Chaturbate will not allow VPNs. To me, that's hugely disappointing because that's protection for us. But I emailed support about it, and I'm like, what's the deal, you know? And they're like, well, we just don't allow it. I'm like, that's not cool. That's not protecting your models at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And they can hack right into your shit.
Right.
And Chaturbate's #1 is the hugest site, in the world.
Then what is there anything that we can do to
No. Nope. Because the VPN will hide all of your IP address and all your personal information. I have never had a single problem using it on any other cam site. And Chaturbate, my stream was stopping every minute or two. And I'm like, what the hell? So I turned it off and it was fine. So they make it so you can't even use it.
Wow.
So I had kind of yelled at support. I said, what is wrong with you guys? That is hugely wrong. We need to have that. And they're like, well, you can go somewhere else, pretty much. They said, you can cam somewhere else. Because I had somebody get my shit because I never usually, back in the day, I did not do anything on Skype. Well, some guy didn't have listed anywhere. Well, some guy found me from Chaturbate. He fucking found me on Skype. I have no clue. My real name.
Yeah, I heard that through
stuff.
Yeah, I heard it through Amazon wishlist. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I have one, but I never really did
my name through my wish list. And I think I took it off or switched it around somehow, but it was all of a sudden they're chatting with me oh, what do you want? Is this the right address? And then say my name. They've said my name. And I'm like, it's scary because all you have
really
to do yeah.
And I've been in domestic violence stalking situation before. So I'm always afraid someone's going to show up in my window. There's always that thing being a Cam Girl. No one ever talks about the dangers of it, but there's a lot of dangerous stuff about it. And the younger crowd that does it, they don't get that. And that's
they
sad.
Don't. And it's such a part of their being, the internet, that it's it doesn't occur to them how dangerous it is. No. And maybe we're just moms and feel that way, but I feel there is danger.
It's hugely dangerous. But I have 2 young kids. They're under 18, obviously, but they don't understand how dangerous it is. I always do you scare tactics, stuff like that, but they don't get it. There's something different about the generation now.
Totally. There was this guy on Instagram, I guess Joe Monkey or something. He has people send him pictures of and without the location, and they say, guess where I am? And they go around and he will figure out the exact geolocation of where that person is just by one photo or video. Because he will look at landmarks and street signs. And it's crazy. That's how crazy it is.
It's scary.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if anybody's listening, you need to realize that it's fucking scary. Somebody can murder you. Yeah. But have your VPN set up, except you're on Chaturbate. Can't do it there. I don't know. We got to do something about this.
Seriously.
It's not right. It's not right at all.
It isn't.
No. So anywho, what are your goals with camming? What do you want to do? Do you want to go?
I want to have more viewers. I want to, that's one of my main goals right now is just keep working on getting more viewers and being steady with it, and make it just like a schedule part of my day. This is my 9 to 5 and have it work with everything else, yeah, I have sort of a weird, I have a different set schedule for both of my kids. So it's hard to cam some days because some days I have my one child and it's I get that. Yeah, it's hard to juggle all of our schedules and then make it so this is functional. So that's one of my main goals is to make it so so I can have a functional career or and make it full time or make it so I'm making good money while I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's one thing we never talked about in here before. It's I know people say there's a lot of flexibility. There is, but you have to have privacy. And when you have young kids around, it's hard to get the full privacy sometimes. So like some days I only can cam for like an hour or two. Sometimes I can cam for 4 hours. Sometimes I can't cam at all. I have a daughter with special needs. So it's like really hard for me, but people don't get that. It is really hard.
Yeah. And then the flexibility too, for me is like, oh, well, I can do it today. Oh, I can do it tomorrow. You know, and it's like, that's really hard. And it's like, yeah, having the right state of mind is probably the most important, and just being prepared. Like I wear a ton of makeup and I want to like look around and I want to, you know, be perfect. And like, I don't need to be, but that's just my mentality. And like, I'm the same one. Yeah. And so it's hard to go on just like whatever, you know.
I did one time and I felt like weird. I went out of my pajamas because everyone's like, you should go in pajamas. I'm like, do you guys know what you're looking at? Like, no.
That's all.
I never do it again.
I know. I like didn't have lashes on one time. I'm like, I feel like my hamster.
I know. I couldn't find mine. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this interview without them, but I'll do it. But I don't usually wear makeup like this in public. I don't. Like, I watched a ton of tutorials on how to do camera ready makeup, and that's what I do. Like, yeah, I've got it all down to a science. I was offering a class on here, but maybe, yeah, I've researched it for like 2 years, like how to highlight your bone structure and everything. Like I'm a huge researcher. I do extensive research on shit, and I've got everything down to science. But
that. Well, I love makeup. I would love to learn some stuff because you know. Yeah.
Well, we have those. Have you seen the chats that I did last time? They're what are they? I can't think. Round tables where we get all together and everybody talks.
I saw something about it, but I haven't seen them. Yeah.
We're going to do another one probably in the beginning of January. So you have to come. Maybe we'll do like a short tutorial on there.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's just like I'm trying to set up kind of like a community for us because you signed up for everything by yourself. So did I. A lot of other girls. We don't use studios. We don't have anybody to talk to. And it sucks.
It's true. It's true.
Like some days I just want to be like, oh my God, like call somebody and be like, you won't believe what just happened. You know, you tell a normal friend that and they're like, you're weird, you know.
It's true. This is like one of the first conversations I've had where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really nice to be able to talk to someone that can relate because
yeah, and like doing the round table, like I talk to a lot of there are friends now, people I've interviewed on here, and it's great. It's great to have those connections. That's one good thing about social media is the connections. It's the one thing I like.
Right, for sure.
But it gets very lonely in this line of work. It really does. And I self-isolate a lot, and it gets really bad.
You know, I find too sometimes like if I am lonely, it helps almost like just to talk to people, like no matter what, like it's like even like if I'm having a good time, it sort of makes my night if I'm not feeling the greatest, or you know, like it helps my loneliness in a way.
It does. Yeah, when I first started camming, like I've been alone for like 3 years now, but you know, without a dude, but I've met a lot of good, like, quote unquote friends, like people that are still with me since day one and support me. It's great. I don't even know these people, but they're really nice.
Yeah. And like, there's nothing, I love having privates that are like just talking.
Yes.
And like, that's my favorite, where it's like, you know, we just need to talk. Okay. Like, and I like humiliating too.
Do you?
I love it.
There's something wrong with me. I can't get into it because I tried and I'm like, did you hear the one podcast? I'll say it again. Some guy had he's like, I want to do SPH. I said, okay. So I'm like, your dick's as small as a lollipop. Like, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I feel bad.
Right. It's SPH.
What is small penis stimulation?
Oh God. That's what
I just have a hard time making fun of people. I don't know why.
It's hard. But when I get, because I'm like, am I doing okay? You know, like,
how am I doing over here? Am I doing all right?
Am I going too far?
Are you doing okay? I'm like that too. I need like self reassurance from them.
Yeah. But I mean, when I'm doing good, it actually is almost empowering to just let loose and do it. Like I find it fun. Yeah.
What is it, femdom or whatever it's called? I don't know what it's called, but that's like a huge thing right now. I was reading up on it. It just, I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I'll give it a whirl one night, come in as somebody totally different. Right. Like, where's Lucia? I'm like, she's gone tonight. I do have a dominatrix outfit, a crop. I've never used them ever. I thought I was going to, but
that's the tone. The dominatrix outfit.
Yeah, the whoosh.
Yeah.
It's Mistress Leisha tonight. Get that right.
For sure.
See, so what have we not covered?
Let's see.
I think you pretty much are in the know. You've done a lot of research before you started, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I was, like I said, I was doing like OnlyFans for a while and like, just kind of doing my thing with Pornhub, and now I'm back on. And so, yeah.
That's what we want to talk about. Anybody has any information on how to make Pornhub like good, like how to sell your shit, like message the show or a message a hidden gem.
Yeah.
To find information.
Yeah, it's like they're not letting me sell my and I've heard that from a few people too, where it's like it's very difficult to sell videos. And they advertise that you can sell them and you can go on other sites and use their login. But
I wonder if anybody's really selling them though.
Right.
I know someone that does sell on there. I just remember Kalia Nix. She was supposed to do an interview with me, I think soon, but she's a Pornhub. I should actually ask her. I'm going to. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. It's interesting though, because it's like I have, I'm doing pretty well on there, and
you have a lot of followers.
You would think that I would be able to sell my videos, and
I wonder what the trick is. There's got to be some little trick that we're not seeing.
And it's been months now, and I don't know. We've even tried to call, or not call, but email the help, and
that will get you nowhere.
Yeah, it didn't get me anywhere.
It's like I have a ManyVids account, and I haven't sold shit on there. But like I'm on Send and Pansy for 3 years. I sell everything on there. Like I don't understand the algorithm, all these things. Like I have no idea what's going on. I'm just hoping they sell, but there's got to be a trick. There has to be. So yeah, guys, anybody has any information, send us some DMs. We need to know this shit, so we can all be successful. I can't talk.
Yeah, for sure.
So say if I was a new cam girl, I'm like, hey, you're really cool. I definitely need to make some money. You're doing really well. What should I do? I want to be a cam girl.
So I'm actually trying to talk my friend into doing it now. So
it's peer pressure, aren't you?
So I think for what I would say was just use your best qualities and be yourself. And I don't know, I feel like when you do have boundaries and you set them and you're doing it for yourself rather than for other people, that's going to be probably the best thing. If you when my friends I'm not going to be good enough. No, actually you're going to feel better because you're going to make them they're going to make you feel better. And so the compliments are great and it's worth it. It is. And it's, when you have a good day and you're making good money, it's awesome. And you log off or whatever, and you feel good and it's motivation. And so that's what I would tell someone new, just to keep boundaries and be yourself.
Be yourself. You don't do an online persona, do you? Are you just yourself on there pretty much?
Yeah. Just myself.
I couldn't keep up with a different person. But yeah, being yourself, I've got a lot of people that just come to me because I am myself. And that's honestly the best. That's the greatest piece of advice. Just be you. Yeah. Just be you. And who cares if you're a weirdo like me? Who cares? There's somebody for everybody out there.
It's true. It's true. It's amazing. Fetishes are amazing. And
it is. I know. I keep finding new ones every day, and I'm like, wow. Yeah, I gotta come up with my own. I'll do a forearm fetish, something cool. All right. So anything else you want to add? You want to say?
I don't think so. It was really nice talking to you.
You too. And I'm excited to see where you go. I think you have a great attitude and you're gonna do big things. Just keep that mental health in check. That's so important.
Yeah, right. For sure.
I want to see that line of butt plugs. So I'm gonna buy some.
I know. Seriously. I'll get them
great idea. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I will talk to you soon. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye. All right, guys. That was a hidden gem. She's a new cam girl, and I wanted to grill her with questions, but she's got her shit down. So great advice for anybody looking to start camming. by choice or for survival. Anybody knows some information on Pornhub, hit the show up or hit a hidden gem up. She can be found at Chaturbate. We have memberships available now, guys. There's 3 tiers. You should go check them out. Subscribe, because most videos right now you can only see with a membership. So go check it out. Support us. You guys love us. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.